Greetings, my friends, and welcome to UV Glitter Painting, brought to you by tinypandora.com. Today we're going to make one more pocket mirror. This is my third week of different pocket mirrors for you to try. I'm going to use my mirror and cutter and Lisa Pavelka magic gloss I carry in my store at tinypandora.com, along with my own formula Deep Shine and some glitter. We'll also be using Sharpie markers to color in our design. This piece of clay is Sculpey 3. It's their new pearl color. And that's a silk screen from ojoycreationsinc.com. I'll give you links to Sculpey and to Ojoy and to my store below. I start out by smoothing that number 1 sheet. That's on the thickest setting for me. I'm making sure I don't have any bubbles and that the sheet is as flat as I can make it. I just want this one stream of black. That's some Craft Smart black from Michaels. A little bit of excess, and be sure you throw that screen right into your warm water, okay? Make sure it doesn't dry like that. You can clean it later. So I got a nice image. I'm going to cut that out with my cutter and bake it up. I'm going to put it in the bezel first, and that way it kind of takes on the shape, but I'm going to pop it back out to do the design on it. I also like to file the edge now. I didn't do that in a past compact that I made, and I thought, boy, you know, I should have. You just see a little bit of roughness around the edge. I'm going to use those markers. Those are some Sharpies. I always test them out on a little scrap piece that I make, because sometimes the colors don't look like you think they will. Not only do the combinations sometimes not turn out like you thought, but some of the markers actually turn kind of like hot orange under UV light. So that is super disappointing, and I don't want it to happen to you. So I just take just a dab of my magic gloss, and I cure that up for 5-6 minutes and make sure that no colors are going to change. Just keep an eye on your pinks, because they can really turn funky. There's some pieces I did before. Those cutters are at my store, Tiny Pandora. I'm making a Christmas tree that's kind of a ocean theme this year. Those are painted. They have magic gloss. Some of them have rhinestones and some Sharpie on them. That was really fun to do. So that's the idea of today, except that we're going to make our glitter paint for this compact. So I colored in that piece after it came out of the oven. And I just colored it in with the Sharpies to kind of give it a base color. And you guys all know how to do that. You can do it better than I can. And once I had the base colors on, I think holiday colors would be great. But anyway, then I just mixed up a couple of drops of Deep Shine. That's my formula. It's kind of a thin UV. And you put some, just a tiny bit of glitter in it. And when it's that nice soft consistency, kind of like syrup, then I can just drop it where I want to. So you cure every time you change colors. You know, stop and just cure those colors, and that way they don't run together. Then when you have all your glitter on the way you want it, then you cure it for the 6 minutes. And this last thing is just the magic gloss. That's the doming resin, my other UV. And I'm just pulling that over the corners, well, the edges. I made a rim on it like we always do, and then filled it in. So it's pretty easy. I bet you can get some great effects with deep reds, golds. I'm dying to do more experiments with that. I just take the bubbles out with a little torch and let that stay in the light for a little bit. I think 30 minutes is good. Be sure you don't squeeze that or clamp that, okay, for like 72 hours, because it really needs to cure through and through. But you can place it on that super glue. That's just dollar store super glue, and it is a super bond. If you want to clamp it or do anything different with it later, just make sure it's nice and hardened so you don't get fingerprints in it. And it's about done, huh? So you can give that to someone for the holidays. I hope you enjoyed this. Bye-bye.